You don't want to complete your hair. Hmm? You don't want to complete making your hair. You don't know school.
No, I not want to. Like,
Who is online? Hello everyone that is going to come across this video. I'm making my baby, one of my twin girls hair. We are preparing for next week's school. School is resuming next week here down here in Nigeria. We are resuming school tomorrow.
let's go more.
So I made her twin sister's own yesterday. So today we came back from church and I decided to start with her own. Who is online? Yeah, you need to sit on the floor so it will be convenient for me. Who is online? Who is online? There's something I would like us to discuss. Chairman, please don't disturb me. There's something I would like us to discuss from the sermon that I heard in church today. When the preacher was preaching, he made mention of purpose. I don't know if anybody's online, so we can discuss about it. We read the Bible, we read the book of John 2, that place where the Bible told us the story of how Jesus turned water into wine. When the preacher was elaborating, was giving us sermon on that passage, he said that Jesus said that he did that miracle. He turned water into wine for a purpose. And what was the purpose? The purpose for him to perform that miracle was to show his disciple what he is capable of doing. To make his disciple to believe more in him. He wanted to use that miracle to show who he really is. He wanted them to believe more. That was his purpose, one of the purposes of him performing that miracle in the book of John 2. Miracle of turning water into wine. Again, the preacher also made mention of the story. Some of us know about the story of Lazarus, how Jesus Christ resurrected Lazarus from death. The preacher said that the story of Lazarus is we can find it in the book of John. The preacher told us that Jesus was informed that his friend Lazarus was not feeling fine. He acted as if they did not deliver the message to him because there was a purpose of him performing that miracle. He had a purpose in mind of performing that miracle. When they told him about Lazarus being sick, he did not take action immediately. He stayed for a while. Baby, you're making noise. He stayed for a while until Lazarus died and was buried. That was when he went to where Lazarus was buried. And when he went there, and asked Lazarus to do what? To comfort. Even when people were saying that it has been long he died, it has been days he died, that by that time he would be stinking. But because he had a purpose in mind, he now said Lazarus should comfort. Another miracle. And Lazarus came forth. And what was his purpose? One of his purpose for delaying to heal Lazarus when he was sick, and even delaying even when they told him that Lazarus has already died, was for people to see that he's a miraculous God, for people to believe in him more. That was one of the reasons why he did not go immediately. They told him that Lazarus was sick. He waited so he would perform that miracle. That is having a purpose for everything. And I was just thinking within myself, in life, we always have a purpose for everything. You find that any act or any actions you are taking today, you don't have a purpose, or anything you want to do in life, there must be a purpose behind it. There's no how you just wake up and start living your life without having a purpose or any direction or what you want to achieve. If you are living your life without any purpose in life, you find out that your life will be somehow disorganized. But when you live your life with a purpose, oh my God, with a purpose of what you really want to achieve, you find that you'll be more focused. Seriously. I was like, oh my God, that you see this Bible, it contains a lot of things. So a lot of things that we just we always all we need to do is to always ask God for deeper understanding of His word, because Bible is a complete guide, a complete life guide. When the preacher was elaborating, it was explaining it in details. I never understood that part of miracle that way. I've never seen it in that direction. I've never considered it in that direction. It was when he was explaining it, and I said, yes, that having a purpose in life is very, very important. Honey, turn your face like this. Having a purpose in life is very, 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 very important. Because when one has a purpose in life, you find out that you'll be more focused, you'll be more determined. All the challenges you may face in actualizing that your purpose, it just seems like a stepping stone, because you really know what you are looking for. You really know what you are going for. You know what you want to achieve at that very moment, or that thing you are doing, you know what you want to use it to achieve. It will make you to be more focused, more determined in actualizing it. As in, hey God, I enjoyed today's sermon, seriously. And I was telling God, see, because remember Bible said that He created us in His own image. That means God created us in His own image. That means we have that attribute of doing anything we want to do in life with a purpose. I told God that I needed a clear vision of what I would do in life. I need a clear vision, a clear purpose, because one thing I noticed that purpose is a motivator. Purpose is something that drives us. Purpose is something that motivates us and drives us. When you see somebody with a purpose, you see somebody that will not even yield to procrastination, because the person knows where he's going to. The person have a purpose of that thing that person is pursuing at any point in time. Rather that the person will be very serious with his or herself, because he has a purpose. He knows what he's looking for. Purpose is very important in life. Even as a single person, when maybe probably before you get a partner, you tell God, Lord, I'm looking for a partner that will help me to be somebody in life, to achieve something in life. Or God, if I get married, I want to start having my own children. I want to start giving birth. I want somebody that I can run a race, this heavenly race with. That is a purpose. So when you are looking for a life partner, or when people are coming to settle down with you, when you are choosing someone that you will settle down with as a life partner, because you know what you want, you find that it's very difficult for you to make any mistake, because you know what you want to achieve. You already know what you really want. You know the purpose why you want to get a partner. You find out that it will be very, very easy for you not to make a mistake in marriage. It's very easy for you not to make a mistake in marriage, because you know you are driving force, something that drives you toward that thing, toward that steps you want to take. You know what is that thing that is pushing you to that step. You find out that it will be very easy for you to navigate life. But a situation where you don't have a purpose, oh my God, ah, no, nothing will motivate you. Seriously, you easily be distracted. Anything can come and shift your attention because you don't know what you want to achieve, because you don't know the purpose why you are doing what you are doing. For instance, now this hair that I'm making one of my baby now, the purpose of me making this hair is because I want her to look neat as she's going to school tomorrow. I want her hair to be neatly made. That's why I'm making this hair. And I find that before I finish, that at the end of the day, all these distractions that this was giving me, for example, I still persist on doing what? On making this hair because there's something I want to achieve. And I already know it's today that I will do this hair and achieve it. That's the sense of having purpose in life. Purpose is very, 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 very important. Chineme, what are you doing? Where's my powder?
I don't know what she does this.
Go and look for my powder for me. Chineme, I've told you to sleep, right? I told you to go and take your siesta, right? Go and join your twin sister now and sleep. Follow him and know where he kept it. So, today's sermon, oh my God. No wonder the Bible said we shouldn't forget the gathering of his brethren. Because when you go into the presence of the Lord, you will learn a new thing. See, you will learn a new thing. Even when it seems like you don't have a purpose in life, you don't have any direction, you just ask God, God, the Father of all, the one that created us in his image, Lord, help me to know the reason why I am on this earth. The purpose, because there is a purpose why God created everyone on this earth. There is a purpose for him. Just ask God to help you to actualize his purpose for your life. Why he created you, there is a purpose for it. Just ask God, God, help me to actualize the purpose why you created me on this earth. Why am I living? What's the essence of me being in this life? What is my purpose on this earth? God will help you, give you clarification, show you your purpose, why you are on this earth, what he wants you to achieve, the direction he wants you to follow. Because he's a father that has purpose for everything. In the purpose why he created man on earth, he knows all the miracles he performed in the Bible. Keep it on the dining table for me.
I put it
All the miracles he performed in the Bible was for a purpose. It was for a purpose. There's always what is it? There's always an intention in everything he does. Water. Chinechi will go and give him water to drink. Chinemere, please, after drinking the water, you go and lie down. You lie down and take your siesta. There's always a reason for everything in life. Just have to ask God for, God, give me the direction. Show me the purpose why you created me on this earth. If you have not gotten your own purpose on earth, then if you have already find the purpose why you tell him, you ask God, since you know the purpose why you're on this earth, God, give me the grace to fulfill my purpose. Let me achieve my intentions in everything I'm doing. All the good intentions I have, let me achieve them. Because all his purpose in all those miracles he did in the Bible, he actualized them. People marveled. How can you come and ask for a dead body that have stayed for like 4 days to come forth? And breath entered into that person and the person came out alive. He said that he did that miracle so that people would believe. And people actually believed him more. Power of purpose. Power of purpose is very important. Having purpose. Having purpose of what you do in life. And when someone have a purpose of everything they are doing in life, you find out that it will help the person to checklist himself or herself to know if the person is still moving in that direction that is supposed to go to follow. Because once you know the target you have for your life, where you are moving to, where you are going to, you will just stop and examine yourself. You know, Socrates, there's a Socratic quote that I love so much. He said, "Man, examine yourself." When you know your purpose, you can be able to examine yourself and know, oh, all these things that I'm doing, am I following the right step? The steps I'm taking, is it the right direction? Am I following the right direction? All these things that I'm doing, will it help me to actualize my purpose on earth? Will it help me to actualize what I plan for myself? The steps that I'm taking, the actions I'm performing, that's it now. Move. What I'm doing right now, will it help me to actualize my purpose in life? We have different types of purposes in life, in every aspect of our life. We set up for ourselves. When you know your purpose, when you know the purpose of why you're on and what you are doing, the purpose why you are doing that thing, it will help you to check yourself, to examine yourself every point in time, to know if those things you are doing is leading you to your purpose or distracting you, removing you from your purpose. Where's cool, honey? Where is the cool?
I'm dancing your lap.
Where move?
Why do you pinch me?
Sit on the floor, but give me this thing. Chibugo, go and join Chinemere and Chisom and take your siesta. You are disturbing us. Where is our comb?
Memory is not.
Where's our cotton comb?
Hello, you see, I take you what I finish you to finish your own.
Take that water from him.
I take you what I finish you to.
Chibugo, you and Chinaza should look for the cotton comb. The cotton comb we are just using here. Where is it? Check under the chair. Check under the chair. Sim, stand up. Come and check under the chair. Sit on the floor. This thing is so high for me. Sit on the floor. Sit on the floor. This thing is high. The chair is high. Touching them willing to go and take his siesta. Jimmy and Alaola. Sure, I go and join your twin sister and sleep.
One person.
Okay, guys. So today's sermon was very, very interesting and eye-opener. I've been reading that particular chapter. Baby, shift small. I've been reading that particular chapter. I know about the miracle, but I've never understood it in this pattern. I've never understood it this way. No wonder God said that He created us in His own image. Remove this thing from here, honey. That He created us in His own image. and his likeness. Because we're humans, we always have a reason for everything. I've not seen, before we perform any action, it's very difficult for us not to have a reason or the purpose why we are doing that thing. But the main question now is, are we achieving the purpose why we are doing that? The purpose behind that action, are we achieving it? Because all the reason, all the purpose behind God's miracle, He actualized them. He actualized them. The purpose behind all His miracles, He actualized them. I was just asking myself, God, help me to actualize all my purpose behind everything I'm doing. Lord, help me to actualize it. And help me to always, let me have the clarity of the purpose why I'm on earth. Because when you have the clarity of the purpose why you're on earth, you know what you are doing, you know what you are working towards, you know all the things you are doing, what you are trying to achieve, the aim, actions behind every action, the purpose of every action, the aim for all the intention of what you are doing. Even in being successful in life, when you have a clear vision of what you want to be in life, the clear vision is like a purpose of what you want to be in life. You find that it will be easy for you to actualize it. Sorry. Because the main step is for you to identify the reason, what you want to be. Then you now look for a way to actualize it. Go and give Chibugo this water. Chibugo, take this thing from him. He's feeling it on his body and change his clothes. He's wet. I told you not to allow him to take any water, that you pour it on his body. Look for another house clothes and wear him. This one is wet. Sorry for the small distraction, you know. When you have kids, toddlers to be precise, that's what you will see. Life of a young mom trying to navigate life. I just felt like, let me come on live and share the sermon I heard today. I know I might not be the only person that understood that got that never reason or never understood that particular scripture. I might not be the only person, but today I got another clear meaning of that passage. The clear meaning of that passage. And even when the preacher was terrible,